What a feeling in my heart, but you're so supreme. I
I
give
keep
my
my love.
life, not for another, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the
There's
way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Dick eater.
Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on
Yeah, so I was with Flying Snake, Bolgan, and he was just tough. I remember him being really hard, generally. I think like the only tip that I found out was like you can roll over his body when he's on the ground, which might help because like I noticed like I shoot him on the floor, sometimes it doesn't do anything. Well, no, you can shoot him on the back, but then in phase 2 I just noticed that they just didn't get the opportunity. So if I'm able to take some of the health down there, that might help. As long as it's health, it might be tranquilizing. So I'm just thinking, fuck it, so just use the fucking nose of a gun. Yeah. And I think after this, I'm gonna play Resident Evil. I think there is DLC for it. I have no idea what it is, but fuck it. So I don't. How much is it gonna be? If it's like 50 quid, then fuck that. But if it's only like, maybe up to £20, I think. But I'm not gonna pay any more than that. I bet it is. I bet it's gonna be like 30 quid, which I'll only justify under like very good but like how they could just do it. Like, my theory of how they could just do it really good is just be like, as I say, just turn the game into because the sandbox thing was actually really cool. The bit when like Leon goes back to Raccoon City, like that has potential. That could actually be like quite fun, but I just don't think they'll like they would do that. I reckon that's going to be the next iteration if they do like what was that Resident Evil even? I can't remember which one it was. Requiem. They just make another one. I could see them doing that, just working more on the sort of sandbox element, I suppose. And you could just do it. You could just do it like, say you're just in Raccoon City. They could just have some bullshit. You just, what I mean, they always just say like, oh, I went back to Raccoon City since we nuked it. And it's just like, well, you just make some excuse up. Just be like, oh, it's fine to go there now. There's another base. Requiem was just one of them. No, Requiem's the gun. I can't remember what the program's called. I can't remember what it's called. Whatever the program was. Arc or something like that. But it is fun, interesting, because like Metal Gear Solid 3, when you think about it, it is like interesting. Because essentially this part of the game is just a boss rush. Essentially, like, yeah, it's all, this is pretty much the sneaking part's already done now. The only bit of sneaking you do from here onwards is like there's a little tiny bit when you beat, after you beat Volgan, you have to like, you and Eva are like working together. That's like the last time. And I think after that, yeah, you fight the boss, and that's it. So it's just boss rush, because you've got this, so Volgan, and then you kind of got like, I suppose you want to count like the Shagohard as like a sort of cutscene boss. Then you've got the actual Shadowheart. You've got like the Shadowheart with Olgan. Then you've got that little. It's not even that long. It's like 5 minutes where you just sort of snake and you do like a tiny little bit of sneaking with Eva. And that's the boss. And then Ocelot and the plane, if you want to count that, which doesn't really count. But it's just interesting because like it's got very interesting pacing. Because it's like you don't actually meet the first member of Cobra until, I suppose, fairly far in. I'm trying to think about the pacing of Metal Gear Solid 1. Because in Metal Gear Solid 1, I think the first boss you fight is Ocelot. I think to get to him, you have to... You gotta like do the whole bottom part. Then you gotta go up the elevator. Then you gotta get past the helipad part. Then you've got like sneak and... Yeah, you gotta sneak and meet. So then go through to the tank hangar. Then you go in a tank hangar. And then I think, yeah, there's an elevator in there. And there's 2 doors you can go down. No, it's so you don't do the Zorpa Chief yet. So yeah, that's it, isn't it? So then you go into the armory, and there's all like 9 doors, and I think one of them just has like TNT on it, or C4, and you use that on the wall, and that's where like Baker's hiding, or he's been kidnapped by Ocelot. So maybe that's around the same sort of pacing. Oh, sorry, no, I stand corrected. The first boss is technically Ocelot. So I'd say, yeah, that's probably like around the same sort of time. And then in the second game, who's the first boss in that? I feel like that's quite far in, actually. I haven't played that one in a while. I wouldn't mind playing 2 again. So that one has been a while. Oh, fuck. I mean, let's just think who the bosses are. Fat Man, it's not here. There's like a bit where, what's her name? Fortune comes down, she starts like shooting the shit out of everything, but you can't do anything to her because she's got the thing, the magnet thing. There's Vamp, but he's not here. There's the Harrier Jet, he's quite far in. I feel like there was like a boss earlier than that. It can't be Fat Man. Because that feels quite late in. I'm trying to remember like who else were in that stupid like gaggle in the second one. Can't remember what their team was called. It was like Foxstyle. Foxstyle. It was something stupid. They were supposed to be like, they're supposed to just basically be like a foil version of like Fox. So you had like Solidus, who was just like the clone of Big Boss. He was like a perfect clone of Big Boss. So that was quite cool. Oh shit, hang on, so... Oh, I mean, it depends, because you could argue Olga is the first boss, I suppose, because you do technically have to fight her. So it could be Olga. Then you go into the thing gets taken over, you go into the shell. It might be Fat Man then. Because I feel like the first thing you're doing in the shell is you meet that guy who's like the bomb guy, the gimpy leg. And you just put so much effort into this guy. It's like... It might actually again be one of these things where I'll play that game again. I'll just be like quite disappointed. It'd probably be me, my attention span when I was a kid. Same like when I watched like this, and I'm like, these cutscenes feel a lot shorter than I remember. And I don't think it is. I think it's just because I'm now like an adult and I can just appreciate these things a bit more. When you're a kid, you just like I used to have a friend who would always fucking piss me off because we'd play like a new game and he'd just be like, skip this. And I was like, what are you talking about? I like actually want to watch what I'm doing. He's like, no, just skip it. I can't be bothered to watch it. I was like, are you an actual like? Are you supposed to say this? Sorry, a masochist. I just didn't want to watch the cutscenes for some retarded reason. It actually made no sense. Like, what's the point of playing the game if you're just not going to put any effort into it? Yeah, I remember it used to be like when we were playing fucking. Because we actually had a really sick time. Because I can actually remember it probably like on the day. If you want to look up when like Dead Rising 2 for the Xbox 360 came out, that was like on that day. Like me and my friend just both went into Eastleigh. And we both bought it, and then he bought his Xbox 360 around mine. And you gotta remember that this isn't like now, where it's like you can just get these good TVs, they're really cheap. Like there was a TV that we had in like my parents' downstairs lounge. For like study, it was like just a little study room down on the stairs, but it was just out of the way. So he just didn't care if we just were in there like all night. So it just didn't trash the place. And then, because it was like, there was a TV built into the unit, there was like a storage unit which had these sliding doors. You opened it, and it was like a little TV. It wasn't like it wasn't that big, it was probably like 32 inch. But 32 inch was like really expensive back then. Still like 200, 300 quid. I remember getting like I've got it in my boys' room actually. It's like the 32 inch TV that I got. And it was like I got it for like my 18th birthday or something like that. And it was like I was really thankful I got it because my dad was like, yeah, this wasn't like this was really cheap. It was still like he didn't say how much, but it would have been like 200-ish pounds. Nowadays, you can just probably buy one for like 10 quid. Especially that caliber. That can just about like do 1080. Definitely not like 4K, definitely not like OLED, definitely not like... Just about do like 60 frames, 180p. It's not even a smart TV by definition. Like I can't connect to the internet with it. Like nowadays, like, even with this, I barely scratch the surface with this TV because I'm still like a bit of a millennial. I'm just very used to just getting a TV, and the only function a TV has is turn on, and then like you pick a channel and you have volume, and that's about it. Nowadays you get a fucking remote, and it's like all the shit. You're just like, what is all this? What does the home button do? Why is there a Disney button on my remote? Why is there like a fucking YouTube button? Yeah, literally is. I've got Prime Video, I've got F-Play, I've got Netflix, I've got Rakuten TV. And they're just like hard buttons on there. So there's someone's had to program specifically like button code that if this button's pushed, it sends a to play. Do you know what I mean? I remember there being like, this was like, oh my god, that's really worrying. I found like a needle on my bed. Not on my bed, on my futon. And I thought it was the one I had on the floor, but it's not. It's just there was another one, it's just materialized. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, there was this like magic period when mobile phones, like smartphones, weren't really a thing. Yeah, and there was so many companies. The thing that you don't understand is like you don't know what's actually been taken away from you. But part of like what was like really fun, especially for me growing up in like the 2000s, being like a teenager, when like things were still like quite pro-white and very much just like you're getting good deals because we're still living in a high trust society. It was like it used to be like so many different companies to make phones. So what that meant was like the phone market around that time was just absolutely, there's so much diversity. And I remember like one of the big things we used to do when me and my friend would go to town, because my friend, he was like really obsessed with like phones, because there did used to be like a sort of more cultural zeitgeist about being a phony back then. A phony is a stupid phrase, but a phone enthusiast was because there was like a sort of charm to it. There was like some really strange, like different company phones. I remember there was like you get like Ministry of Music even had like their own like phone, which was like it was a phone, but then it was like designed to be like mostly like an MP3 player, and I think it did support MP4, and like, that was like really cutting edge back then. So actually to be able to like watch like a kind of crisp video on like a device, that was very rare. Like even like back then we would have like a DS, and even like DS's struggled to like do full like video. There was a couple of like DS games that you could get where they might have a cutscene for a movie or something but it was never like that much. So when you actually had a phone, and I think my friend got it because he got like this, because you could just go in there and you could just trade them in if you didn't like them, and they just didn't. It was just such a racket. Like, everyone was like, I was like Sony Ericsson, Orange, Virgin, like Vodafone, T-Mobile. All of these things had like their own like different phones. Sony, they had phones. O2, they all had their like own phones. And then as soon as like basically just now, what we're seeing is this is just basically like I said to you, it's like the end goal of capitalism now. Effectively, what has happened in that chain, in that time, is that some of the companies have just amassed and got bigger and bigger like a snowball. Other companies just like diminished and burn out, and then they get bought out by the other companies. And it's just that's what's happened. If you go all the way through, you'll see so many. Like I know T-Mobile's been bought out by Samsung, and it's just like that. It's like Orange has now been bought by O2, and it's just effectively just. Everything's just like it's like, you know, like when you play that game where like you start off as like a little cell, and then if you like find a cell that's like a bit smaller than you absorb it, and you need to like avoid things that are bigger than you, because if you touch something that's bigger than you get absorbed into it. So what you do is you sort of like have to go around finding like loads of like smaller things, then you get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then eventually you can take on the things that were bigger than you before. That's basically kind of like what businesses are like. And I know they're going to say, oh, it's monopoly laws, but that still doesn't stop there being just basically like 4 or 5 big players, which is just basically what's happened now. So most things now, like most established sectors have just got like the sort of 5 or 6 big players that hold like the sort of 20% market share of everything. So if you just think about like, I don't know, phones, you've got like Apple phones, you've got the it's Samsung's. I think that, you know, Android phones, Huawei, whatever it's called, not Huawei. I've said Apple, haven't I? But do you see what I mean? So it's like those are the cars. I think you've got like Tesla, BMW, Audis. I mean, supercars I don't really think necessarily count, but do you see what I mean? There's just like everything's established, so it's like really hard for anyone to sink their teeth into anything, and it's like, and that's like all done in the interest of these people who are like the top dogs now, because these people are going to be very rich and have lots of influence and money, so of course they don't want there to be any competition. So what they're going to do is they're going to like put loads of laws in place and try and like pay politicians to make it really difficult, which they have done now, for like anyone to start up a business, because they'll make it painfully crippling. That if you make a mistake and you fuck up, that's it. You get like one bite of the cherry, and then you'll be ruined forever. Or they just make it so like you being your own business owner is so egregiously expensive, and the amount of taxes you have to pay are so crazy that the only people who can do it will be people who come from like old money, and it's just that's just another way they gatekeep people to do things. So it just means like Joe Blogs, he's probably not going to really, unless he's got a fucking brilliant idea and he's just really good with like, knows what he's doing. He's got maybe a sponsor or a couple of investors, maybe. A lot of times it's just, you go and watch Dragon's Den and it's like, they just say that. They'll just go like, there's some person who's got like a new source. I'm just giving an example, and like, yeah, they'll just say like, there's no point you bothering. The source market is way oversaturated. Someone like you would just be bought out immediately. Sorry, not bought out. They'll just copy your recipe, and they can do that because there's no law copyright on food and drink. There isn't. And then what's going to stop you from, if they have like Heinz's version of your sauce? Huh? They'll be like, well, you've got a patent on it. Well, you can't patent food, can you? It's just shit like that. It's like, no one's allowed to try. And it's like, because someone's probably written that. Someone's put that in doctrine. You're not allowed to have food or drink. It's like, and that's there. Maybe that is just a good, there could be a good reason for that. Although I don't know necessarily. They might necessarily not be. Because I guess, like, what's the theory? Because the theory is that, like, what? I can't make the specific concoction for Coca-Cola. Because they're scared I'm going to make it in my own house. I'll sell it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I think, like, people, even if you just probably did tell people what the recipe for Coke is, I really don't think people are going to be, like, selling their own Coke, making their own Coke. Maybe? Do you know, it's just when you actually see how it's made, it's not, like, fucking easy. It isn't just you have, like, a bunch of, you have, like, 4 or 5 things and you just put them together. No, it's like, I've seen how someone actually's done it, and it's like, it's not easy at all. You'll buy all this, like, fucking powder shit, which is, like, all the flavourings and things. Like, where are you going to get that? You're going to have to, like, really invest in it. So, like, basically, I'm sure if you invested in it and you really fucking love Coca-Cola, and you just knew that you... Yeah, I'm sure if you invested and bought like a big pot of each one of the like, E45 and all the artificial colourings and stuff, there's loads of them. It's like, if you look on back of Coke bottles, you'll see. Or like E23 and like even like when they put the sugar in it, it's not just sugar. You have to put in like you have to put in like caramel. So you've got to like melt the sugar down, and then you got to like, put it into the Coke. And it's like, I think even the black colourings like dye. I feel like someone showed me actually, if you just make Coca-Cola it's clear. I might be wrong. But I feel like someone told me that. But the fact that you can even sell people just like black sugar water, and people just drink it. And we just did during the 90s. We drank that, and I drank it non-diet. Diet was always something. I'm not gonna like get gas lines because the diet was always around. But it was just like Pepsi Max and Coke Zero didn't come out for a really long time, and that was like the male version of it. Because no man wanted to be seen drinking Pepsi, Diet Pepsi. Everyone would just laugh. As a bloke back then, you just get laughed at. You'd have to be like, oh, there was just literally no Coke left. The only people who ever drink Diet Coke are just like... To this day, I don't even know actually what the difference is now. To this day, what the difference is of Coke Zero and Coke... Diet Coke and Coke Zero. I wonder if that actually is like a slight difference to it. Or it simply is just they changed the branding. It's just the same that. Because that was just it. It was just it was always that was like the good thing. Women were always seen to be like prim and proper, and they had to like lose weight and not be fat. And it was always like the men were just like, well, we were just a bit bigger and we just could take it because we were usually the ones working and doing physical labor. And the women were just the ones that stay at home and they didn't have social media, and you know why that's good? Because then they don't have wandering eye. It means that the only people they're talking to is you, the husband, and like a small group of their friends, and none of their friends have got the internet either, so none of their friends are going to be like telling you about Gaza and like Israel and stuff. They just won't know what it is. Well, they will know, but they won't know the politics. They'll know like the country, but they'll never talk about it because it just won't even be something in their wheelhouse. They'll all just be talking about like sharing recipes and talking about like tips to help with like their like kids who've got like again chickenpox. Stuff like that. That's the only thing women need to like care about. They don't need to like go on the fucking social media and then be given loads of information about drone strikes happening in the Ukraine and in Russia and getting involved in like desert wars and getting involved in politics, and that's not really the women's function. That's not their function. That's just gonna like cause them to like, go insane, which it has. We've seen this countless times. These women just go insane. They start to side because they've got like this sort of maternal instinct. They kind of like they side all up with to like the underdogs, and they see like the immigrants as the underdogs, and they don't understand like why we're doing things. They just think that we're just doing shit for the sake of it. That's why, like, even World War Africa, that's not even like, that's not even me doing something for the sake of it. I feel like there's been an absolute just huge amount of anti-white rhetoric in the whole of Africa, and I'm sick of pretending that there isn't. I'm sick of just being shown videos of tons and tons and tons of nations and how shit and how racist they are to us. And it's like, fuck that. Why do I have to live underneath? Like, you know, like it's like a flat. So why do I have to live underneath a country, a big thing like that hates us? No, I don't want. That doesn't help me sleep at night. What helps me sleeping at night is knowing that like we sort of set we can set it right, and then it'll strike fear into the rest of the world. They'll go, fuck, Whitey's not fucking around. China can wake up. We'll breed some very strong men as well, and they can lead us to victory. That's why the Jews have done that, and it's like I got really pissed off today. I was listening to like, this is the irony, right? You're not even allowed to, like, I listen to like a podcast, and like, this mod always keeps like deleting my stuff when I talk about the Jews. And so you're not even allowed to talk about like the people you're not allowed to talk about. It's crazy, actually crazy. It's like they were even talking about the Jews, and it's like I'm not allowed to talk about the Jews in the comments, but they are, and you know, so it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. How can you get blocked? It's just crazy. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like I wasn't even being anti. Like all I was saying was I just had like you can. They were talking about like The Matrix, but it was something to do with like the Jewish influence. I wasn't just unprovoked. I was just so. But anyway, I said the world that we live in currently is the Matrix. The Jews have effectively made this world that we live in now to be the Matrix. This is the stuff that we're being distracted by. All the goy slob, the TV, entertainment, your jobs, money, all of that is all being controlled to distract us, and it's done a great job. Because you got to think about like my dad, the boomer. He's like in his 70s now, or coming close to that, and his whole life he hasn't done anything. He's like he could have spent his life, you know, doing whatever, but he hasn't. He's been lovely and nice, distracted. He was nice little grind mill, to like shekel grind mill, just going. Because that's what he is. He's white. He's a goyim. He works like doesn't get paid that much in comparison to how much these guys make. Because that's not his function. His function is to like work a job, always be like thinking about money, always being really a little bit tired and overworked because you're doing more than you actually really should need to have to do. But the reason they're doing it is because they don't want you to have extra time to like think about things. Always only earn like a little bit more than you think you need. You think you should get. So you're always like on a slight cusp, and you can't really think about losing a job, and you can't think about starting up your own business. See what? And I was like, as I look at the creators of the Matrix and they see what they did to them as a punishment, it's just funny because like the Wachowski brothers are like, fuck now, like, it's like, and that's it. The Jews, that's the humiliation ritual. The Jews like knew they made the film and they were getting very too close to the truth, so they then banned it and they made the Wachowski brothers into trans. And I said that, and then yeah, he blocked me. He removed it. And he like muted me. And I was just like, it's crazy. It's like, what is actually wrong with that? Like, it's obviously like so ridiculous. It's just a joke. That's that's like first and foremost. It's like it's not even like hateful. It's just stupid. It's like that's not based on anything. Anyone who's got half a brain should know that obviously that's not based on anything. It's just a funny little hunch. Because it is true. Absolutely is true. You know like what the rest of the world do? Do you know what the rest of the fucking world do except us? Like me, I wake up Monday to Friday and I work from 8 to 5. I don't do 9 to 5, 8 to 5, exactly. So like my shekel chains are like even longer now. It's not even like my dad or Dolly Parton talking about 9 to 5. Fucking 8 till 5. But whatever, I work from home. So but it's just saying, it's just bullshit. And it'll soon probably be 10 hours. They'll change it. They'll just make some shit up and they'll be like, oh, you gotta work 10 hours now. But they'll phrase it in a different way, so you'll think it's good. They'll be like, you do 2 5-hour blocks, but you get 4 hours in between to rest. And like idiots will be like, oh, okay, that's not bad. So we're going from 9, and we work from 9 till 2, and then I'll go home, and then like work from like 7 till like 11 midnight. Yeah. You just go sleep, and you come back and. Retard black people probably do it, Indians that do it. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point. And you know why? Because they are making loads of money off all of the taxes we give. We get given a tiny bit of cash. Well, I wouldn't say it's a tiny bit of cash, but it doesn't matter because they're taxing you. And the amount you do get taxed, like even me, I'm not on a massive salary, but it's a lot. It is a lot of money. It's definitely more than I feel I should have to pay. And then that's getting like combined with like 30 million people as well who also live and work in this country. And then like what's happening is like that money's just getting like embezzled and thrown around and wasted in like numerous manners. But the whole point of it is that there's just like pockets of Jewish families. And even like Volgan's like kind of he talks about it. Like the philosopher's legacy is pretty much just that. The philosopher's legacy is effectively just he even touches he literally the parallels and saying he talks about like after the Second War, which is when Israel was formed, and he throws out like all the nations, but it's not. He probably should. In the Japanese one, it probably just says the richest families in the world, and then it probably just keeps that ambiguous. But in the European one, like no, don't just do that. Say they're like from China, Russia. There's probably you could just argue they're Jewish people from each one of those countries. Who cares? And that's it. They all got together, and because they control the banks, and they just have like a pot, a kitty, it's unlimited money. And that's just basically what Volgan's doing. He's just like, he has that access to that money, and he can do that. And it's what the Jews have done. They've got access to unlimited funds. They can't really do anything in Israel because they've got like no manufacturing plants or any like massive, because everything they just get attacked too much. don't have like the resource. Or yeah, I think it's probably it probably is the resources. I suppose 'cause it's just in the middle of a desert. They only got so many people who like work there. They actually should be bringing immigrants in. They're the ones who probably should bring immigrants in, but they won't do it because only white countries will have to do it. And these families, yeah, they're just like it's like the Temburitos from One Piece. You know, the celestial dragons. That is probably just again another like allegory to it. A chosen group of like gods, and that's what Jews think they are, like the proper. Not every Jew. We're talking about like the Zionists. I just don't even care anymore. I just say Jews. I just don't care. We've gone past like that time where like fucking what's his face. This just show how the PR has changed so much. Like Mike from PA, I remember like it was like last year or something like that. Got in loads of trouble. It might have been 2 years ago. But it just shows how much difference there's been. I can't remember when Trump got in power again, but it just took the problem with when Trump got into power for the second time was it took him like a bit of time to kind of get going because the Democrats are just like absolutely just tried to like U-turn everything. But I just remember Mike from PA got like banned for like a week because he said Jews instead of like Zionists, and it's like on this Twitch they won't let you do that. And I was just. There's just going to be like a couple of families, like the Epsteins. That's going to be like one of them. But you've probably got like, well, there'll be a couple probably in the open that we know about. So you've probably got like Epstein. You've probably got like, probably like Woody Allen. He's probably like another one of these like super, just really, like the Allen family. There's going to be these really super rich Jews. Because that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to make it so all of them are going to be like at the top of the echelon, and they're going to be the ones who are always going to be the top because they're just doing the same thing the Indians are doing, but like we don't notice it because they have like they can just blend in more. You can see Jewish people, and sometimes you can't tell. It's not always obvious, especially if they're mixed race. But then they'll find out in other ways. They'll just like talk, and then they will be very like aware of last names. I am aware of like some like last names. I just obviously like very like Ruben or like Klein or like anything with like Berg at the end or Ski. But Ski can sometimes be like Ukrainian also. But you know what I mean? There's like certain things that you can just tell like could be Jewish. And I think now you've got Wikipedia, it makes it so much easier, especially if people are famous. You can like, but just before they just wouldn't know, and so like, you go in the office and just be like, they all just be trying to work together to just make sure every one of them are in the top jobs. They don't want to be doing like the Goyim cattle work. And then you've probably got like what's his name, Seinfeld. He's probably like going to be another one of those ones. Just one of these like super generational wealth Jewish guys. He's just got literally, he's got generational wealth. I think he's like a billionaire. So his kids could just, and his grandkids and his grandkids and all that. They can just. That's what they want. So all these people now, they've made their like mega money. They just want to like keep it. They don't want new people to come in. This is why. All the celebrities that are coming out now are shit, not funny, they're not very attractive, they're very like mainstream, sorry, very vanilla and boring because they're not celebrities, because this is just what they're trying to do. It's called subversion. They're just trying to subvert us into like going back to like worst times. So I remember like I was like, looking on X and it was like a list of like all the kick celebrities that they're trying, and they're all really, really ugly. Like Clavicular was on there, and he was probably the best looking by far. I'm not even kidding me. They were really, really ugly. It was like it even had like had Aiden Ross, but he's just a fucking classic Jew-looking guy, just curly hair, just like very like I don't know, like, just not like a very like intimidating guy, like little guy. He still just looks like a little kid to me. And he'd be like, "Well, I got money, bruh." But that's why he's got money because he looks like a loser. Um, had Cuthams, just giant fat blubber black guy, blubber lips fat black guy. XQC, just if all the Scandinavians or who I don't even care, he's like fucking. He's not even. He's just I don't know. He's from Canada, isn't he? Isn't he supposed to be like from like Sweden? All of them seem to be from Sweden for some reason. Maybe not. Maybe I'm getting mixed up. But anyway, he's just not. He's just not the best looking specimen. Every single person there, except Clavicular, but like he's just that is his USP, and he's already fucked in other ways. That's what I mean. Like some of those chop people could potentially have a good personality, but my point is, I don't even want to. Why am I even listening to that? I don't care. Like people have never done that in history. Whenever in history has anyone ever gone to like a theater or something, and you want to like, listen to like plain Jane talking about her shitty problems? No, no one wants to see that. People give a fuck. If you see Sydney Sweeney being upset and crying, you're gonna give a lot more fuck than if you see some chop fat Indian woman who's crying. Like, who cares what she thinks? And that's the same with even women as well. I know you want to like gaslight and say that's not true, but it is. We used to have a period in like the 90s and 2000s. We used to have like attractive, good-looking white boy bands, and women would go crazy over that. Why has there been none of those since like Justin Bieber? Why have we just never had any like new, even made an effort now? It's so obvious there's some kind. Why is there like no like new up and coming like you know good-looking like boy band, the white boy bands that have just got like. We used to have so many of them in the 90s. You used to have like Boyzone, what's it called? NSYNC, it was like Blue, and JLS. There's so many. I just remember it was like a period where it was like they just given up. Like, why? Why have they just given up on that? You have to ask yourself. Like, think. And if I bring this up, people just say, "No, times have changed. Times have changed." So why? What do you mean times have changed? I think white women would still find that if you just got a bunch of like ripped, tall, white guys and just made them sing pop songs about love. I think loads of like white girls would love that, and you make loads of money from it. But they're not doing that because they don't want the white women to do that because they might like start feeling like broody. They might start then wanting to have kids, and they don't want that. So what they're making is like the nig rock content, and that's what I'm saying. It's like N-Ball, just like movies with just black people in it. Really degenerate stuff like Katie's video, which we're going to be watching, talking about like Fortnite. It's not made for us anymore, Katie. We're not the target audience anymore. There's more Africans now than there are Europeans. There's like they don't care. Whites are like a tiny population. We're like 8% of the world. It's much, much, much more profitable for them to just use the industry white people have made, Hollywood or like video games, and now just make content for like blacks, Africans, and Chinese or whoever, because there's just more people, and there's no nationalization. Everything's shareholder. So the shareholders just keep saying more profits, more profits, more profits. So what that means is, well, okay, let's look at the demographics. Do we want to make content for white men who are going to be really difficult to make stuff for because they're going to be the smartest and they're going to be probably like the top critics? So making stuff for them, it will probably have the best integrity and it'll be remembered the most. But that doesn't matter because we only think about money. And even though we can all probably like look at Toy Story 5 and watch Toy Story 5, we can all accept Toy Story 5 is likely not the best film ever made. If we're going to go by the metric of, well, Toy Story 5 made like 1.8 billion, I'm just making that number up. then that's where we go into dangerous territory. We go to India mode, or like it's third world mode, where it's just like, if you're going to just use money as the metric to anything, which these people do, because their weird god states it, which money's not even a real thing. So I don't know how your god even says that. I don't know how Jews' gods were like, make loads of money to impress me. It's like, what's money? It's like, oh, wow. Yes, I forgot to tell you about money. Anyway, I'm going to invent these coins, and these coins mean something, yeah? Make loads of these, and I'll be very impressed. Okay. I don't know how that works, but that's what I mean. So it's like it's almost like it's just a hypothetical. But if you just abolish the concept of money, like obviously, like, we somehow managed to form a way. Like, what would it do? So would some people like existence not work? Like the Jews would just explode because they just wouldn't know what to do. They have to find some other way of like having some kind of power. Otherwise, they can't go to like their heaven. Yahweh won't allow it. And it's funny because in that chat you can talk about like Muslims all you like, no one cares. I can be really racist to Indians. But if I ever say too much about Jews, I always get blocked and put on mute. It's so telling, isn't it? It's like, can I even trust these people now? And they always say the same thing. It's always like, it's a Fed post. How's it a Fed post? What, so me saying, oh, my Indian barber found it really funny when he saw the video of the guy getting beheaded. How's that not like a Fed post? But then me just saying, Jews have made the Matrix for Hawaii. Look what's happened to the Wachowski brothers. That was punishment. That's just obviously a joke. What evidence do I have on that? This is what I mean. It's like, there are some times when like AI has its advantages, and there's sometimes when like having a human doesn't. Because like, I feel like an AI would probably read that and probably be like, that's alright. Because I feel like that's just down to like the person, like that moderator. Like, how skittish is he? How skittish is this like moderator? Because I think he's quite young, so it's like he's still like being Goy Lord. He's like, no, God, you can't. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, I've only recently started to like say Jews just quite like out loud. So I was always again like told, like, because of the Holocaust studies, like, you're not allowed to ever just say Jews. Like, that's derogative. It's like saying blacks. It's like, it's derogative. Or even just describing a man as black is apparently racist. No, I don't. I just fucking say it with confidence now. And people respect you for it. I can't remember what the next time. What it was. I think it was when I was with like in my other job, because like there was a guy I spoke to, and I was like, he didn't say directly, but I was like 95% sure he was black because I could just tell by his voice. And I just said it. He was like, oh, who's Russell? Russell. I was like, oh, he's like the black guy from like. Why not have been like that abrupt? I do just remember just saying he was just very abrupt. It's not racist. It's not racist to say he's black. It's not racist to say someone's like Asian. It's not racist to say anything. Fuck racism. Who cares? I'm in my country. I can say what the fuck I want. They're guests in my country. They're guests. Right? When you're a guest at your friend's house, what happens? You don't go into the fridge and help yourself, do you? You ask. You say, is it okay if I go in the fridge and get a drink? You'd be like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Thank you for asking. What they're doing is like, yeah, it's like maybe I say something a bit off-colored in my house and someone's here, and it's like, I know that they've got to be on like special, they got to give me special treatment because they're in my house. So you'd expect them as a result, if I potentially did say something a little bit off-colored, they might just kind of like let me off of it because they're at my house, you know what I mean? So it's like, because that's what I'm saying, it's my place, I'm allowed to be myself. If I go to France and I'm in a different country, I treat it with a bit more respect because I know it's like not my country. I just think that's something you should do. You just don't really want to like be a dick and just kind of like show yourself off. Well, that's not something you really, a smart person does. And I was like watching this video. It was actually like the title just caught me off. I don't normally watch Nicholas Diori's videos, but I'll let him off. Like this one was like, it was just because I was aware slightly of the contents. It was like this guy, he's a black guy, he's called like Birdman, I think that was it. And it's so funny because he's like, there's a fallacy to being, well, there are a couple of fallacies about having like a high IQ. It's like you don't really brag about it. You just don't talk about it. Just don't ever have it anywhere. Just have it in your head and just don't need to flaunt it around. And if the only time you do is if you're like quite confident the person you're speaking with is like quite self-aware of like where they are, and like you just don't make a massive deal about it. You just kind of like, they have to like really fire out of you sort of thing. Because it's always just, it was a good thing my dad taught me as well. He said always be humble and never celebrate until you've done something. Never prematurely like celebrate something. And he's right. Like, if you see people doing that, that's some of the most cringy thing ever. Like, if you see like people who've done like a 2-hour, 3-hour bike ride and they're going on the finishing straight, and they like start to like cycle without their hands, and they start to like pump their fists in the air, and they start like celebrating, and then suddenly the bike handle just starts to wobble, and they like fall off their bike, and the bike's absolutely ruined, and the chains like all falling off, and like the whole front wheel's like buckled, and they're just sort of like kind of like picking themselves off, and then suddenly they see like the guy in second just going they go, like, that is the biggest cringe ever. I just could not live that down. Like, that is the absolute pinnacle of cringe. I think like seeing things like that is just some of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen. Like, I just thought, no, I'm never, ever, ever in my life get caught with that. And you see it so often. You see people in like speed run. Sometimes they do it. You get like, so they've like played like a stream for like 5 or 6 hours, and they get to like, the last boss, and they think like they've done something, and then they like pop off, and then they realize like their character actually like attack missed. It's like an RPG, and then the boss like it just doesn't move, and like takes them all out. And it's like no, no. No, 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 no. You just see like the chat just keeps saying like, L man, L, massive L, L, L. It's just like, no, no. And you just see the time, it's just like, it just keeps getting like 6 hours to like 42 minutes. And just like, he's wasted like 6 hours. It's so fun. And stuff like that. It's like, it's like, that's like, if Hannibal Lecter was alive now, that's what he would be doing. He wouldn't be eating people. He'd probably just use the internet just to watch like snuff videos, and yeah, like they sort of like cringe moments, like hyper cringe moments, like things where you see like humans in distress, like in proper emotional distress. Because I do get like a proper like it's like some people just cannot do it, and I remember having that when I was like a kid. I was ill once from school, and I wasn't that old. And I was just bored because I just had like nothing to do, because I was obviously just gonna be like in my like house, and my mum like cleaned home at that point part time, and my both my brothers were gonna go to school, and I was like, oh, I had a PS2 in my room, and I like was like, oh, I'll just see if I can know what my brother has. I just went in his room, I just borrowed like Peep Show 1. They used to get so angry about that. Like, I used to be a bit of it. I'm not gonna lie, I did used to be a dick, because I used to just go and like in their room and just borrow like their games and stuff without necessarily asking. But normally that was just because they weren't in. And they used to be like hyper like anal about it. They get like so uppity. Like, did you ask if to borrow that? And I was like, no, but like you weren't here. Like, I don't care. You should. And that's like one of the things I hate about brothers. Sure, sisters would be the same as well. But I was just like, fuck you, dude. Even as a kid, like I was just like, because they're both older than me. I was just like, even then, I was like, fuck you, dude. Like seriously, we live in the same house. We're brothers. You're gonna have a go at me because I'm gonna take some arbitrary DVD that I promise you, you were never, ever, ever gonna have an interest in playing. I'd get it if it was like the new game you had, but if that ever happened, I would immediately like. I think that did happen a few times. But what I would do is, as soon as I heard the front door open, I would just like turn the game off and just like fucking take the disc out, put it, and just run into his room and like put it. So just pretend. No harm, no foul, no foul, no harm. Right? No. But I just remember just a couple of times, yeah, I would just go into my bro, and it got to a point where they asked to put like padlocks on the door because they just didn't want me going in there because I would just like snoop. But the stupid thing was the padlock was so shit that it wasn't even like you're gonna be like, oh, what, did you lockpick it? No, I didn't. You kidding me? It was like they just had like screws to like screw like it would hinge on the door, and then the door hit the door. I forgot what they call it. Siding, edging, what do you call it? Door frame. And then there was a little padlock where obviously you had like a little metal thing like that. But if you just got like a flathead screwdriver and you just like dozen or so hard turns, you could take two of the screws off, and you just took literally the whole mechanism off. And and obviously like I had all the time ever, because as soon as like I knew my mum went on, she was like, I'm gonna go to work now, and my brothers both weren't. You get crafty mode and you just get the screwdriver. And then I went in and I got like Peep Show. It was like season 1 of Peep Show. Because my brother, again, it was just, he had like loads of really cool DVDs, because he was just like, he just had the same humor as me. And before you say anything like blah blah blah, no, it wasn't Peep Show, it was The Office. Because he just had like all of the classic kind of like Channel 4, and he just bought them all on DVD. Because like, it wasn't like, torrenting wasn't really a thing then. Because so DVDs back then were like quite expensive. So to give you context, I wouldn't, like back in the early 2000s, getting like DVDs was like actually like, it was like the equivalent of like getting a PS5, you know? And I remember like, yeah, getting like Afro Samurai for like my birthday, and it wasn't even 4K, it wasn't even Blu-ray, it was just like DVD. Like, whoa, cool. But for me, that wasn't a massive markup, because I think I watched Afro Samurai first on like a shitty like free movies or something like that. So like one of my friends just like, have you heard about Afro Samurai? I was like, no. So actually, when you did watch that in like a PS2, and it's just like proper graphics, so it was so good. But then actually, that is one of the few times where I'd say things like animation and anime get the 4K or the Blu-ray. If it's just real life action, I remember. If anything, probably real life action makes it look worse. People notice that. There's this fallacy that people notice, and the reason for it is because the type of lighting they use is completely different. They used to use like a sort of more like argon-based lighting, I think, and then they switched it to like the LED, and that was why that softness has been removed. It's not even CGI. It's literally just that lighting. It's because they stopped using like a cozy, almost orange light. You know, like when you see like those movies, like 80s movies, and you see like that nice like glowing orange light. They've removed that. They made it more like a white light. Um, No new video. Nothing. Not really good enough, is it? And it's like, ooh, this video's sucking big nuts, guys. It's only 24,000 for 2 days. But then again, I have heard it's absolutely shit. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm doing this for the love of the game. There's just there's nothing in this. Nothing in this. Yeah, apparently if you put his mask on, you can, kill free hit, dude. Whoa! Jesus. Ooh! Take this. Ooh, got him. Oops. Well, just warming up. Yeah. And you'll be bueno.
Like, I'm really sorry to say this because it's about to sound extremely objectifying and maybe a bit crude, but we all know that a big part of My Spice's online music persona is that she shakes ass. A lot of people might be like, oh, you can't say that, but like, it's just a fact.
It's just so lame. So I'm telling you, you've become like this like age of like losers. Like, some people might say, you know, I'd say, who says that? What? And who cares? Who cares? Just say it. Ice Spice is just some talentless whore, and it's probably like a Jewish again shield, just like a plant. Someone they know that they can just prop up. That she probably doesn't even write her own lyrics. I'm not even joking. She probably doesn't. She's just probably too retarded to even do that. Just have some ghostwriter who does it. All she needs to do is turn up, sing the songs if that's even what she does, and then shake her ass. That's literally it. It's just, and black people tribally will vote her because that's the whole game. It's the whole racket, Katie. They don't need to do anything. There's so many black famous creators who, you know, you remember like when Eminem sang about you can be famous and not know what talent is. It's like they've taken that to like the nth degree. Like they used to just, even at that Eminem time, they used to like still be good looking people. Do you see what I say? So it's gone from like celebrities being like usually people of like very high prestige and generally not even being like celebrities, just being like people who've done like generally like very important things, to then it being predominantly like actors and musicians and sports players, but you at least kind of like respected that they were very much like talented and very like skilled and smart in each of those fields. Like you would think, okay, this old celebrity is very good because I can see they're very charismatic. They've got very traditional Christian values. It seemed to be very relatively smart, not got into any scandals or anything like that. And then that's just moved into then like a bit more like into like the drugs, and everyone just sort of, but I guess still like people were like musicians and actually talented, or at the very least attractive. That's the big thing. And I think that's a massive thing. Like loads of people say, so you're really reminiscent of like looking at all these like hot actresses and actors in like 80s and 90s, because It was all being marketed for whitey. Now it's not. It's all going to be like marketed for India and like Africa because they're big audiences. You have like Zendaya because that's like a nice crossover for both. Because Indians don't mind are the most likely to like cross race mix because they don't just they're ashamed of their genes. White people aren't. No, they're the least likely to. And I think black are the second most likely to because again, they want an upgrade. It's like they know that if like their ticket, their son that comes out half white, if they fuck another half white. Sorry, if they fuck another full white, that kid will then only be like a quarter white. See what I mean? So you could just fuck yourself into white. That's what's happened for some people. Some people do like an ancestry and they like find out they had like a fucking Jamaican like great granddad and it's like they must have fucked the black out of you. Because like I said, if you like had a Jamaican if you had a Jamaican great granddad, their kid would be like half black. And then if you have like great granddad who's half black, fucked. Your great grand who's full white, you'd be quarter white, black. And if you're, and by that point, a quarter black, I don't really think you nurse. There probably are not that many, but I think there probably will be like a couple of. There will be like probably a good amount of potential. I'm not a good. I just 1%. Probably like white people who somehow they've got like some like black or Neanderthal DNA, but it's like that's what I'm saying. It's just been like it's been fucked out of their genes, and that's what the black people are trying to do. They know that. They know like that if that black man, that Jamaican guy from like 200 years ago, his like whitey, yeah, he's got like a half caste kid now. He's gonna hope that half caste kid's gonna be able to like just keep like fucking white people until eventually their kid will just literally have such a small percentage of black DNA that it's just probably gets over it. But that won't even happen anyway because they're trying to get rid of us. And the prediction is that basically once Whitey goes, the funniest thing will be Jews will be at the top because they are like unless I don't know, just hypothetically the Chinese maybe, but all the other like factions, they will all just have a caste system and it will all basically just be like whoever the most white is will be like the top caste. That makes sense. So all the Indians, it will just be it'll be like the Indians with the most pale skin and the most European features. They'll be like the top Brahmin, the top caste, and all the blacks are like the really like very like white black people with very like European features. Again, they'll be like the top ones. So it's like the very blackest and darkest Indians and Africans will be the lowest. It will just go back to that, and then the Jews they'll be like at the top because they'll be like the full whites. That makes sense. The pure whites, and then like if there's any like Caucasians like me, like who are like the stragglers, we'll be like like when you play like Final Fantasy VII, and you've got like Aerith, who's like with etc. That's what I'd be like. I'll be like that's who I'd be. They'd be like I'll be like the last like Caucasian in the whole. But I've got some power to like open up like Fort Knox to get into like the jets, which is like in Battlefield Earth.
Clips of her performing with Taylor Swift where she's standing awkwardly because she doesn't know what to do because it would be inappropriate to twerk, right? I'm not shading her. Like, her music is not for children.
Yay! Ah! Oh shit, okay. Ooh! Oh. Oh. gonna say how strong is Volga, but... Was I just sick? Okay, I mean, this is just gonna tell. I don't know why I'm being sick. Oh, I'm very, very hungry. Jodo. Yeah, whose side are you on, dude? I think I gotta win, am I? Oops. Oh shit, what am I doing? Great.
Ugh, rotten. This is rotten.
So there's like one for food poison and there's one for rotten food. I was like, okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Fucking wanked there.
Her music's not for children, but
Yeah.
she's been put in a child's game. Why are we doing that? What is wrong with people? You know, I just find it weird. Like, kids, can we do that? And this is why I get so frustrated, because it's like, there's enough of us already out here trying to fight the sexualization of women just in every corner of the internet. It's everywhere. There's enough of us already frustrated that.
Katie, that's your whole function, love. I don't know what you want me to say. You know, like how you use us as piggy banks? That's your whole function. We're not... No one's looking at you, Katie, and thinking, I can't wait to hear Katie's fucking takes. I'm sorry if that's, like, so hard for you to understand. Okay? I really am. I'm not. I think it's really funny, but... I'm sorry. I'm not. It's just stupid. It's just utter garbage. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, like, what am I supposed to do now? How do I know? Oh. What the fuck? Why does he have it? What do I do?
Time remaining until detonation. 60.
I'll fucking goo you. The fuck you doing, dude? Oh! Oh, you're sucking the big one, dude. I'm gonna give up, dude. I can't give up. This is what Professor Juice do upon. Gotta find a way.
20.
You never know. He's like, well, that was weird.
Thing is a massive, like horrible, impossible problem to tackle. And then they're like, yeah, I know you guys are trying your hardest to stop young people turning into images, but we're going to make it even harder by putting extremely Gooner-like content into kids' games for boys to buy and ogle them. Can you see the problem here? Like, what happened to the OG skins? You know, just the whatever they're called.
No, even they were not right. Don't talk to me about that. Even I remember like being as when the game first came out, because I played it. I stopped playing it. I'm not joking. I played it when it first came out. I was original train server. I had it when it was in beta. I remember being in London, in my little flat. And it was absolutely free. It didn't cost me. I think that was ever their thing. That was what always made it really good. Was that was always a play for free. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, like back then, it was nothing. It was like, as in, like, it had no one knew what it was. And it just had, like, I remember it had like, the music, the first like generation music was just so like, I can kind of hear it in my head, so I can't like edit it with it. Just like. It just had like loading screens, which is really generic looking. It was just like there was like 3 NPCs. There was like a black guy, there was a white guy, blonde hair, and then there was like a woman. And the woman just had like a classic, like really classically big, like Pixar sort of like hourglass figure, like massive tits, like really tiny waist, huge ass. I just remember any time he played as the female character, it was always just really funny. Cause you're just looking at this massive ass. Just, it was just really funny. We always thought that. And yeah, when we first played it, I won't lie, it was really cool because nothing like that had ever been done before. There's never been a game at that point where you could just stick 100 people and it worked. that never had happened at that point. You might have had like okay, to give you context, I think Battlefield 1 had come out. I actually I have Battlefield 1. So that was like really good. I think I tried to get back into it, and it just didn't have the same like je ne sais quoi that I remember to it. It was still very good, but I think it's just because people aren't playing it that much. So the people who are playing it are like the true diehard fans, and they're really good at it. It's not as fun then. It's only fun when you're playing with like loads of people because it made it feel like an actual war. Because you would sometimes just join up with people because you'd play these massive skirmishes, and it'd be like 32 per team. And it did sometimes feel like when shit was happening, like you were all like hiding in like this little room, and like the walls all shaking because all the bombs coming down. Sometimes you did just get like, a couple of like your colleagues. I don't think you could talk to each other. And you could tell they were like rookie rank, or they'd only been playing it for a bit, and it was all very new to them. It was like a magic whimsy to that. You don't get that now. You're gonna get like no new players playing that. The only people who are gonna play it are gonna be like absolutely like, top ranked people, and it is. Every time you play it now, I just felt like I was getting like sniped and killed by like so many people, and everyone's got like top weapon.
In the fully, combat-like outfit, because after all, they are fighting to the death. Imagine in the Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen running around in like a latex bikini. People would be like, what?
No, it would be hot as fuck, and people probably would watch it more. And it wasn't like she didn't do like. I mean, Jennifer Lawrence probably. She fucking got him in the eye a little bit. Jesus. Ah, don't touch him! Just fucking threw him like a nothing. Hey, asshat! Hey, Vulgar! Hey! Get him! Hey! Oh god. Hi! Why are you dead? Hey!
The film Odyssey, I haven't actually seen it yet, but I've had a couple of conversations with people and I've seen some discourse online that there are genuinely these pro-trade people who are literally crying that Odyssey didn't utilize female characters. I saw that and I was like, should I just take my life now or later? And then
that's not funny, Katie.
This one's not as bad.
That's not funny.
So I still think
that isn't funny. Why are you joking about killing? I never joke about that because I got kids and it's not even funny. Oops. He just breathes and he goes out there. Oh, you son of an ass. Oh, you son of an ass, eh? Oh, I've already used one. Shit. How do you dodge that? It's hard, isn't it? Look, going somewhere. Hey, butthole. Whoa!
Secret explosives have been discovered on the liquid fuel tank. The timer is set.
Yeah!
Time remaining until 60.
Whoa. I did it! I did it! I fucking did it! Oh, fuck. That was mental. Such a hard boss. Again, I was stuck on this guy for ages. I mean, I knew I was. The reason I went very quiet was because I knew I had an exceptionally good start. Like, if I was doing speed running, I would have accepted that was a very good start. Like, I got him into the second phase so quickly. So I got really pissed off because I started the second phase. It was such a good. I was like, still had like. You get a lot of time to kill this motherfucker. That's the other thing. It's like, you're not fighting for a short amount. It's 5 minutes. And that goes so quickly. It goes so goddamn quick. It's like you have to become like basically just like perfect at like the. Hang on, why is that 12? Give me a sec. maybe it's probably the fridge, because I think I got one of those things that tells you like how much power you're using. But I think like there's just periods in the day where it has to actually like put power into the freezer and the fridge, because it does. Your fridge and freezer isn't like always making cold. If that makes sense. It just basically has a thermometer, and when it gets to a certain temperature, it will like turn on. That's when you hear like the fridge like come to life. Um, yeah, so I just had like such a strong start. I was like, I know this is only the third time I've done it, but how good would it be if I can just beat him? Because I think there is footage of me doing this. Yeah, there is. I think the first time I do this, when it's like, because I started the game, you can't play the game on European Extreme, but I started the game on like very hard mode. And I said, very hard mode is really hard if you don't have like the new stuff. The reason again, like this guy was really easy, is because easier is because I had the fucking like chain gun. When you have to do it with Trank, which I did, you have to. I used the nose of Magan. I remember I was just like sniping him in the back. It was like really funny because if you do snipe him, it does actually take a lot of his damage off. But it still was really tough because you don't have that much ammo. With that gun, the Patriot, you have as much ammo as you want. And I had the sneaking suit. Which actually I can't remember. You might have this suit by now. But it's still not that. It's still really not that easy. I wouldn't have done that if I didn't have that suit. And I also wouldn't have won if I hadn't used the mask. Because I wouldn't have got that extra like hair, and I literally won that by a hair. In my opinion, I actually probably wouldn't count it for winning, because the bomb blows up immediately once the time hits 0. So I wouldn't even count that. In theory, you would have needed to beat like Volgan within like 30 seconds probably. It's not good enough you just beat Volgan as soon as the bomb blows up. It's not good enough. I still got the mask on, great.
All personnel evacuate. Repeat, all personnel evacuate. Faster! This way!
I mean, this bit's just fun.
Everybody run!
But I don't want kills. So. I'm gonna use the news one.
Let's get out of here quick! Hurry! We have to evacuate that way! Riyadh! Evacuate!
Hop in.
Step on it.
How many people just kill this thing?
Don't give up!
Don't you?
Eva, how did you?
The boss let me go.
The boss? But why?
I'll tell you later. Right now, we've got to get to the lake and escape.
We can't leave yet. I've still got one last job to do.
The boss is already at the lake.
Huh?
She's at the lake. She's
What's
waiting
wrong
for
with
you.
his eye?
Waiting for me.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to tell you. I don't want you to fight her. But
Sisterhood.
I've come to realize that there's a special
Sisterhood will
relationship
always
between you
protect.
two.
Why women just can't be trusted.
Something
Adam and
I can't
Eve's the
understand,
allegory.
Something that goes beyond a man and a woman.
Why is his eye like
I
that?
envy you.
Looks fucked.
Really, I do. But I guess I just can't understand it. She asked me to tell you something. I've never seen someone with such clear eyes.
Oh, my face doesn't feel really good.
There. I said it. Ready to go?
Yeah.
I could have spent that time getting away. No, I had to deal with this. How did it make that roar?
It's not over yet! There is no escape!
We failed!
Not good.
Hold on tight!
Not good, dude. This looks so much better.
Snake! Up ahead!
Welcome, Snake. Welcome, Snake. Welcome, Snake. I love OnlyFans.
Up ahead! Look up ahead!
I love gold.
Take him out!
Oh, I can't believe I missed.
Snake! Behind you!
I will choose. Even can you guys have this? You used one of these before? You used one of these before? The blood splatter. Clear out of the way. Ooh.
I can't shake him!
The RPG can't put a dent in that armor.
Let's head for the rail bridge.
The bridge. I thought you rigged it with C3.
I did. We'll lure him onto the bridge.
Then blow him up along with it. Good plan.
The bridge is on the other side of the runway. We'll have to cut through the middle of the base. You ready?
Step on it. If he catches up to us, we're done for.
Okay, here we go!
do. Yeah, how could she have stopped him? Just icing him. Look at it. That was good, wasn't it? This makes a fucking hero, dude. I love Overwatch. I love Overwatch. I love Overwatch. I love Overwatch. I love OnlyFans. Ah, OnlyFans. I don't have any more life power. Oh, this is OnlyFans. Oh god, I'm not dying. Dude, I'm gonna die. I was just to beat this ball.
The chest in the butt, really, really. Just look at it, bro. Skin tight, sneeze it out again. You got pretty big butt, and again.
Okay, so just go about big butts. Black Raven probably always talks about, hey kid, why you get a BBL? I don't really want to get one, Tyrone. I heard those procedures are dangerous. Nah, I just been listening to too much cracker shit. Told you black people are fucked. I mean white people are fucked. I love this again. So let it catch up. Get out of the way.
Damn it!
He's killing his own man. Fucked it. Fucked it. That went way too fast. That's gonna catch up in no
That doesn't
time.
match the legs. FYI. At least if we're gonna, like, come on, that's a BBL then. So we're giving
Uh-oh.
women BBLs now. If those glutes were real, you'd want to be wham. But no, they don't want to build women. I mean, either she goes into the gym and only does hip thrusts, because, I mean, the arms aren't up to scratch with muscle. At least make it, like, come on, I would be less offended if the women were massive. But why can't we have some hench muscly women? Why is it just...
Because that's not attractive, you fucking cretin. I don't. You're not a target going around, Katie. Why is it so hard to know? Oh shit.
No young boys want to see women with massive biceps, apparently. That's why we know it's the male gaze. It wasn't the male gaze.
Yes, Katie, it's fine to have things that are just for the male gaze. Yeah? It's okay. It's absolutely fine. Just like how you have shitty makeup videos, and no one gives a fuck about your makeup videos, Katie. No men care about your makeup videos. You can just play your makeup videos, Katie. Guess what? No man is ever going to be like, you know what, Katie? I wish there were more men in your makeup videos. That doesn't happen. Nor do all this shit, all this is important stuff. I know this is fake, but we can make stuff of this. This is real shit. What you're talking about is not real shit. Your stuff is just bullshit. It's all shit and hokum. I mean, who cares? Like, this is the longhousing that we have all the time. It's like we used to just have. It's like I don't know. It's like Top Gear. It's like Top Gear was a show that existed, and it was like great because every bloke just watched it, and it's like, yeah, there were women who did like usually watched it, and they did, but it's like it was a man show, and it just didn't have to apologize to that. It was just a show made for like middle class white guys, and it was fine. It was absolutely fine. We're talking like the prime time Top Gear, and they even to this day they'll still rerun that. That's just, and there's probably like a lot of like proper old school fans who, if they're having like a lonely day or something, they'll just put on like old episodes of Top Gear, their favorite like Jamiroquai when he was on there, because it was so good. Like, I didn't even like Cars, and I would sometimes watch it. I really hate Cars. I don't give a fuck about Cars. But even I would sometimes like watch like the stupid shit they would do. I didn't give a fuck about when they did the actual, because they normally did like a stupid thing. They normally had like a stupid thing. Which was like all three of them had to do a task. Then it would be a serious review. So it'd be like usually like Jeremy or well, it would be either of them actually, but they would actually be like reviewing a new supercar that's just come out, and it would just be like the absolute top of the range, like new whatever, and they'd give a really, really poignant but layman sort of review on it, because that's just their shtick. It was just they were very good at doing that. And their dynamic was just very good. It was just three guys, three white men, and they were very smart, and they knew how to like rap a tap off each other. And I'm not even going to discredit that they weren't smart. They were probably very smart. They're probably like, again, all of them are probably like 120, 130 IQ. James May probably ironically is the smartest of them all. And then it's probably Jeremy, and probably Hammond. because Hammond is like closest to average, because that's why he's like the most relatable, I think. And he usually was a bit more of like the grounded one, but they used to just make fun of him for like really arbitrary reasons, which is just he was short. And that's kind of like what happens. Well, I don't know. Absolutely mental. I don't know, it's like way too perfect. Why does he like? How can he even see him when he looked back? No. The answer's no. Oh my god. What do I do? Can I get rid of that? Wow. I think that would do something. Like, what could it be made of? Fuck you, Sokolov.
Then we would have no problem showing buff female characters rather than just half-naked female characters with huge buttocks and huge breasts. It just goes without saying.
Okay, what race really loves huge arse? And it isn't white. Okay, what race is it that loves huge arse? Think about who even sang the song I Love Big Butts. I did on like, what race was that guy? Because the difference is, right, is if like, the white man did love giant arse and they wrote a song about it, he would be like more poetic about it. Probably sing about like the woman's, he loves like a more curvaceous woman, just something a little bit more like cultural, like a bit more like classy, do you know what I mean? But like when black people do it, no, it's just there's no class. They just want giant arse. That's what I'm saying to you. That's not me. I don't find this attractive. I just find it very generic and just like not alluring. In a weird way, it's actually more like attractive when a woman's like more like dignified. But then she is like sexy, but she's still like dignified. That's like someone you want to like be the mum to your children. You don't want her to be some fucking whore. Giant arsed whore. Like you can have a giant arse, like there's no problem with that. Absolutely no problem with you being a woman and you have a giant arse. I go no problem with that. It's how you dress though. If you're gonna like dress like telling the world that you know it and you want to flaunt it, and I want loads of dudes to like, you know, get horny to this, and I've shown the world, like that's not attractive. Then it's like everyone's seen it. But if you're like a timid conservative woman and you're like you do just have like curves and you don't have the confidence of like you've gone on social media and Indians and black people are going to tell you that you're queen and you're the queen. This is what's happening. This is why we need to get rid of them off social media, because I don't get that treatment, because they don't give me that treatment. And you know why? Because they don't want to fuck me. That's literally all it is. They're only doing it to you or women is because they want something off them. What do they want off me? Well, they're not going to give me stuff because they know that there's nothing to give me. Do you see what I mean?
only one more left. The shadow huts are not here yet. They come closer. It's here!
Oh wait, I haven't lost my back yet.
We did it!
Yeah, I mean, this is really janky. I don't think I would accept this.
It's over.
Look!
Like that, how, like, what's the chances? But that is a really good design. Like that, even that. Like, this is what Vaughan didn't even understand. It's like, he could have just fucking used that. That in like 1969, or whatever year this is, 67. This was fucking cool.
I'm not finished yet.
This is much more sophisticated, and probably like even our vehicles to this day. I don't think we've got anything as sophisticated as this.
Ava, you take care of the driving.
Yeah?
Yeah, I trust you. On one condition, though, leave the fighting to me.
You got it. I was getting tired of running away anyway.
Ava,
The music's so good.
let's do it.
Look how happy saying it.
Here goes.
Why is it happening? Oh, you little shit. Yeah, this is the best music. What? No way, bullshit. Kiss my geezer.
I can't move. It can't be.
There! Do that again!
Just do it again.
Have your gun.
How's that like tread just not fucked? So I was always when I played this first, I was like, yeah, look, it doesn't seem that great. Like, it looks like this thing will get fucked. It's knackered to shit.
Keep it up.
What missile?
Got it. Incoming missile.
I love it.
Keep it up.
What? What's happening? What's happening?
Incoming.
Thank God.
Missiles. Here come the missiles.
I don't know what to hit.
Look out. Missiles.
Okay.
Here come the missiles.
I can't move. Do it again, dude. What the fuck? It just sometimes doesn't want to do it. What's happening?
You're wearing him down.
I love blacks.
Saying that we are doing Fortnite's not even safe anymore. How am I going to get my Fortnite sessions in when I'm subjected to seeing animals? And again, I'm a fully grown woman.
Did we beat him?
It's not a problem for me, but I feel a bit uncomfortable knowing I'm going to be playing with 10-year-olds on Fortnite who are dressed as coastal Catwoman.
That's what I mean. So Kay just wants a longhouse everything. So Kay just wants to make everything like generic and boring. There's no like raunchiness, nothing. Kay has to like just make sure everything's just gonna be like the rules. Everyone's gonna be a victim. With a little brain.
And bikini bottom nice.
Yeah, bikini bottom.
It's just a bit inappropriate.
It
And I don't
is.
really feel comfortable playing with kids who are playing Gooner characters.
Well, that's alright. Just don't play the game, okay? Just leave it there. Just leave it there, okay? You know, it's not many men who probably go, like I say, like watch your makeup videos and stuff. No one cares. You go, how do your shitty makeup videos?
I'm gonna lure it back here.
You're gonna use yourself as bait? Are you insane?
I'm used to this guy. I know how to handle him.
I'm gonna be used as bait.
Come on, you blockhead.
Huh?
I mean, it's very impressive you can do this.
Snake, here.
What am I supposed to do? Oh my goodness.
I can't move!
Yeah.
You're wearing missiles. Snake, here's some over here.
I don't have any ammo. What am I supposed to do? That's better. It's not really enough though, is it?
Snake, here.
Really? Oops.
Here, use this. Get up.
I'll grind you into dust.
Here, use this.
Hang in there. Get up.
What did you draw?
I'll grind you into dust.
Snake, here's some ammo. Here come the missiles. Here, use this.
I love the phones.
That all you can manage?
Got it.
Die! Red! You're wasting your ammo!
Yeah.
What have you done? You're wasting. Open fire!
Yeah.
That all you can manage?
What's the matter? Only fat and dead.
Actual garbage.
Catch me if you can.
I'll grind you into dust! Damn it!
There. Do that again.
I can't believe I missed.
Burning!
Oof.
Red! You're wasting your
Here. Incoming.
time to die. Falcon! Shot me like penis. Shot me the penis. I die if you shot me in the penis. Dude, time to fucking take it, dude. I watch OnlyFans.
Who's afraid of a little thunder?
I thought I would fuck around with that Vulcan value. No, he's become one with the machine. Horrible way to die. Fuck you, Snoop. This is so bad. And he comes back and milk is over.
Fried by a bolt of lightning.
Ironic.
A fitting end.
No, ironic.
It's finally over.
Not yet. Not yet. Is that really destroyed? I feel sick.
No time for this now. The escape craft is
It sounds alright. Anyway, yeah, not really my talk about this because I just thought and I was like, wow, I'm not shocked at the same. I guess I'm not shocked. We are at a place where this kind of content is everywhere, but also you do think sometimes, no, surely this is fake, surely AI.
A nose piercing girl. I wish I had noticed that was. Oh shit. I wish I had noticed that was.
It's an ambush.
There was one of the frogs that were like, fuck getting that. Seriously, like, fuck that. Oh my god.
Snake, up ahead! Whoa! Shoot the wall.
Thanks for the confidence. Fuck that.
Snake, right! Here comes the jump! Hold on tight!
I love sweet.
What do you think of that? Not bad.
I don't even know what this is.
Looks like they finally gave up.
Don't start celebrating yet. We're leaking fuel.
Stick your thumb in it.
Damn it. Tank shot up. Crap.
Wish I would.
Eva!
I'm over here. Snake. How's it look?
Pretty bad.
Not a sensitive bone in your body.
Eva,
Pretty bad.
What about you, Snake?
I'm fine.
That's good to hear.
We have to get away from here, Eva. Let's go.
Leave me.
Eva!
The boss is waiting for you. You have to go. Give me a gun.
No, we're getting out of here.
We're still far away from the lake. I'll never make it.
I can't believe this. I never thought I'd see you act this weak.
What do you mean?
Listen to me, Eva. We're doing this together.
No, you...
Eva, I need you.
Say that one more time.
I need you. I can't fly the wig by myself.
Hello.
All right, then. I guess I'd better help you out.
Oh, fuck. No, does Snake have bandages?
You're lucky to have me.
Snake, can you hear me?
Paramedic. Thank God. Eva's been
Who's
seriously
Eva?
hurt.
So have you.
Luckily, I think her organs are all intact, but...
Calm down, Snake.
Calm down.
You'll both be fine as long as you get the proper emergency treatment. But you're the only one who can do this. Understand? So you've got to calm down.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Now let's open up the survival viewer and treat the injury. Do you have supplies with you?
I'm running kind of short.
Then by switching the survival viewer over to Eva, you can treat her wounds too. Now get to work. Oh, and Snake, I'm pretty sure you know this already. But if you don't have enough supplies for the both of you, your wounds come first.
Huh?
Do you get my meaning, Snake? You've still got a mission to complete.
Yeah. I know
Women
what I
are
have
like,
to
love
do.
her, women are like...
Snake?
Like this.
Good medical history. Blow sustained. Stab. Electrical burn. What's proctitis? Rectal bleeding. Oh. Or like diarrhea. Finger spray, leech, poison, broken nail. Blow sustained. Hypoxia. She's being like abused with him. Gastritis. Breast enhancement. Tick-borne. Inflammation of the brain tissue. Gunshot wound. Let's grab her. Let's do brandy. Look at this. Grilled duck breast. Gorgonzola cream fettuccine. That sounds insane. What's car? Carpaccio Italian. Wow, that looks pretty good. So she's been in Italy for a while. Scallop. Wow, that looks amazing. Bellini. Like a pancake. Abalone. Of course she's abalone. Steamed soup dumplings. Fine, man. Cheese omelette. Omelette du fromage. I know what it is. Cointra. Oh, contra, yeah. Mm. Grapefruit juice. Grapefruit juice. That sounded pretty good. Solo mini, what's that? Wow, that's great. Duck foie gras, sauteed apples, chilled ratatouille, curd roll. wow. Tofu. Wait, what's Namoki mushroom? That looks really tasty. Cool.
Can you walk?
Yeah, I think so.
Here. It's different from the Mauser. When you're using a two-hand grip, you have to be careful where you put your hands or your fingers will get burned by the exhaust gas from the cylinder cap.
Snake, are you all right?
I've been better.
What about Eva?
I healed her up. She can manage.
Good.
Snake, you'll take the lead and break through the enemy's line of defense. Eva will ordinarily be following behind you. If you lie on your belly, she'll lie down as well. If you slip and fall off a cliff, she'll follow right behind. You can call out to Eva by pressing the action button. Head to the lake along with Eva.
Oh, I love Eva.
This tastes like crap. Snake, where are you?
Surely this is fake. Surely it's AI. But no. Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know which one you think is the most outrageous. I think we'll all agree that it's the chlorophyll IV, the one where the underboob is threatening to release the whole boob. But yeah, Fortnite. It's brain rotting looking at stuff like this. Anyway, sorry, I've been gone a really long time. I know, I have, and I'm really sorry about that. I would be lying if I said that it's because I've been super busy. It's been a mix of Fortnite. It's brain rotting looking at stuff like this. Anyway, sorry, I've been gone a really long time. I know, I have, and I'm really sorry about that. I
Nope.
would be lying if I said that it's because I've been super busy. It's been a mix of slight busyness, 10% busy, 90% mentally ill. So subscribe if you...
Okay, all women are mentally ill. Get off the horse.
Sending money abroad?
My new plan's gonna be really dark.
You could see if I have to...
Come on, get
If you
serious.
want to make me less mentally ill. That won't help, but it might make me feel better, you know, because then I can have 300,000...
Oh, total waste of time, okay? It's not like you're wasting your life. I can help you out. Why we go? Actually, I might be too late now. You spat in my face long enough.
Stupid or something?
Now it's gonna get fun. Well, not really fun. It's gonna become different.
Death wish?
Have a new dynamic.
Come on, get serious. What do you think you're doing?
Holy fast.
Do you know what you're doing? Are you stupid or something? Do you have a death wish?
That's not bad.
Come on, get serious. What do you think you're doing?
Holy fast. The new movie. I'm getting my health back, Eva. Just calm the fuck down, you little nut.
Are you stupid or something? Do you have a death wish? Yuck. What did you give me? Can I have seconds? Come on, get serious.
Dude, I am getting serious. I'm getting my health back.
What do you think you're doing?
I just wanted to give a little inspirational conclusion because I've officially started my ADHD medication now. You guys might remember a few videos back. Which one was it? The Track Life one is when I tried the medication. My friend gave me a pill of hers. Don't do that, guys. Don't do what I've done. You're not meant to do that. But I know I had ADHD. I'm diagnosed, right? I know I had it. And I was like, it's been 3 years. I want medication. She let me try.
Me and Kay seems to be very similar.
Yes.
How weird.
It was sick. And then I finally got my own. They put me on this medication called... Why am I so blurry? I'm going to lean back.
Elvance.
They put me on this medication. Look at this. I'm just chilling. I'm leaning back like, let's have a conversation.
Do you know what you're doing?
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I got given this medication called Zagitin XL, if anybody's ever heard of it. I mean, at the end of the day, don't take my word for it, because you might react differently to it. But they put me on this medication, which is apparently the cheapest medication to give people when they first start meds. So I was already a bit sceptical, but it just did nothing. I would literally take it at 9 a.m. I would go to sleep for 4 hours.
Serious.
That's not normal. That's not normal. So luckily I've switched to Elvance, and yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time with it. The reason I'm sharing is because I know a lot of people who probably watch me are also...
Yeah, Elvan's is just like MDMA. Just like, it's just MDMA. It's a word. Alright, I'm gonna see it here then.
Neurodivergent, I feel like I attract the neurodivergent people, which is good. I like to have a heavily neurodivergent audience. No offense, neurotypicals, I like to have you here as well. But my point is, I know a lot of people who are on the waiting list for ADHD or are on, or have been diagnosed but are currently waiting for medication. Just keep waiting. It's literally the amount of times I've had mental breakdowns over the past 3 years waiting for my meds, thinking like, how am I literally gonna last this long? How am I gonna wait? It is worth the wait. So just wait for your meds. I've only been, I think it's my 4th day now. I'm still adjusting to them. I do crash at around this time actually, so it's just as well I am ending the video. But they are 100% worth the wait. And yeah, I think when you're waiting for meds as someone with ADHD, it's quite
Good luck.
Thanks.
depressing. And
That's it.
And I know as well, I'm talking a lot about ADHD at the moment because I just saw recently.
Good luck.
Have,
No time for movies.
Released this. They've released this documentary that they're apparently making about whether ADHD is a social construct or an actual neurological disorder. And so it just pissed me off a little bit because, you know, anyone who has ADHD or is waiting for a diagnosis knows it's literally, like, it is really difficult to be unmedicated. And so, you know, to see discourse about whether it's a real, actual, like, disability.
She's right. I don't take the ADHD medication anymore. She's right. I used to. I don't need to. I think it rewired my brain. But I do use other devices. I can't lie about that. Alright. Let's just watch the end of it.
A little bit like, okay. I guess I'm just imagining things then. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you a little update about my ADHD journey because I've spoke a lot about it before. And if you are waiting for meds, they're good. Well, they're good for me, they might not be good for you, but I mean, a lot of people say they're good, so you should be fine. But yeah, goodbye everyone. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't goon.
Excuse me?
But so you should be fine. But yeah, goodbye everyone. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't goon.
Yeah, just leave it at that. Alright, adios everyone.